Now today we are covering my thoughts on the kissing coin trick. Yeah, I said it. And it had a lot of success in the long time past when I was back in college when I had used it. Check my channel for the previous jam sessions and my Patreon below to influence my upcoming content. So let's get into the performance of the kissing coin trick. I won't make any edits to anything, so I'll just keep the camera rolling on this. So we will go to a lovely spectator, and the context would usually be they want to see a trick or something of that nature. And I would go, I don't want to do so much as a trick as it is a test of your spirituality. Not so much faith, not faith-based, but your test of manifesting energy. I'll explain what I mean. Do you have a quarter on you? And they are searching around, and I'm, searching around too. And let's say they don't have one. So for context, just for context, let's say I bring one out. I bring out a Walking Liberty $50, but I just got it because it was convenient. But normally it would be a quarter. Okay. And you'll be hilarious at the end, but you'll see why. Just the general idea. So I borrowed this and I say to the spectator, cool, we got this. They imagine they gave it to me, and it makes it more natural that I got to borrow from them. So in a normal type of scenario, try to simply bend the quarter in your hand, and they can try as they might, it won't work. Now they say that your energy is going all throughout your body and you focus on different things. Maybe you're not fully invested in what I'm saying, but you're also thinking of, am I really telling the truth of my presentation, if it is even a presentation, or you think of something else that's going through your mind, there's a bunch of thoughts going through your mind, you're thinking about other things, you feel uncomfortable in a certain area, I don't know, there's lots of things. But a little test of manifesting energy, or to be able to move beyond, to become one with everything, is to manifest your energy into one area. And it's a cool little thing. Like instead of, even just, looking through your eyes takes energy, standing up can take energy, especially if you've been doing it for hours and you're just tired of it for your job or whatever. So in the same way, I want to try to focus all of your energy into one point. And so the context will be we bending a coin. Okay? You are going to be able to coin bend this coin, believe it or not. And it's actually possible, which is quite cool. So what I'm going to have you do is hold out your hand. They do so, okay? And try to just bend it without the focus. Like, don't focus all your energy into it, just try to bend it. And they try as they might, they don't. And I get that, it's not easy. But what I want you to do is put all your energy from sight to feeling to everything, manifest into are you right or left hand dominant? They say they're right hand dominant. And so you would put it inside their hand, okay? And say, I want you to focus all your energy. You can feel the coin, yes? Okay, now I want you to put all your energy, all your focus, everything you have into this one moment. Just squeeze the coin, feel it starting to melt. You feel it starting to change in some way, and you still see it starting to bend. Do you feel it? And during that moment, when they're putting their complete focus into it, and then while I'm doing the presentation, I go in for a little peck, believe it or not. And then they go, wait, what? And I would say, check out your hand. And because I wasn't able to, get some pliers and bend it in time, we see a copper coin, but we assume that it is the bent coin that it has transformed into in this context. And they go, wait, what? That's crazy. Whoa. And you just go there. And you're pretty much done there. And so you accomplish the bold, extroverted mission of going in for a kiss, especially with someone you kind of like. I mean, you're just going for the drama of it all, go for it. And we say in time your presentation, you could change and alter the presentation to make it perfect, but you can get a kiss while doing a transformative coin trick, which has a result at the end. So that is the kissing coin trick, and we'll go into details in just a second. So just before I get to the jam session part of it, giving the explanation of it, I want to mention a quick note for possible sponsors: Penguin Magic, Magic App, Illusionist, Theory 11, World Magic Shop, Magic Geek, The Magic Warehouse, or the infamous Tony Harding. If you others want to be sponsored by my regular video content, feel free to email me at draphaelp@gmail.com. So, it says on my computer when I'm reading it, do the trick tutorial, but it's not really a tutorial, it's just more talking about it. Yeah, we know it's a switch. Okay, whatever, who cares? But what is the real thing behind it? It's the presentation that it's not so much of a trick, it's more of an exercise in testing. And you keep the focus on that away from yourself, and it's more inward. You're putting all the pressure away from you. So it cleans up for any dirty work of the actual switch. And I know I should have been using a bent coin for example, but I'm lazy as all hell, so deal with it. So the presentation is you want, because the idea is to get them to just, I mean, you have to alter the presentation to simply include the idea that you want them to close their eyes. When you close their eyes, no matter how brief, you can go in for the kiss. Okay, that's basically it, said and done. Use a coin switch and then kiss them when their eyes are closed. Okay, but there's a lot more to it than that. It's the relaxed gesture, keeping relaxed, not being tense, because it's going to be an intense moment. You have to go against what you're going to do, which is going for the kiss, which is crazy in and of itself. And quite hilarious, being honest. So to do this, I go into the effect of spirituality, focusing and manifesting my energy to one area. And this is actually, an old thing that, I honestly believe it's true, that you can manifest and become stronger than yourself. Like, martial arts fighters put all their energy into one punch for the moment to be able to win a fight. And that's like just focusing with the correct technique, with manifesting energy into all of that, punching through the target. It all applies in the same way. So it's actually quite logical that it can happen. And so in the same way, you mention it quite obviously, like in different examples. Standing takes energy. Everything we do takes energy, our internal body. But what if we can shove, and then we casually mention the eyes. Just keep our eyes open takes energy. When we're relaxed, we can, you don't push it on them. You don't want to make it awkward, but it's like, just having your eyes open takes energy. Just as a matter of fact, which is cool. And so you get them to accept the idea. The whole point is to accept the idea that we want them to manifest all the energy into this one moment. And naturally, that includes part of their eyes closing, which is cool. So we got the coin. We set the presentation, setting it up, and you really want to be invested in this presentation. You don't just say it, oh, it's this pattern, I just say it, it'll magically work. No, you really have to invest yourself in the pattern, become one with it. If it's not you, change it all up and make it so it can work. Otherwise, this thing will fail, and I've failed this thing a lot of times before I got to work because I invest myself. So, and I've had friends that I've told about this, and they've reported success with it. So that's good backing. So we've mentioned the presentation, we've talked about it, we've been casual, we've had the other coin retained, but just in lax position, usually just keep it classic palm. From there, we get the coin, and then we just you're just talking them, and you just casually do the switch, just using a bobo switch. I use a bobo, but you can use whatever method you want. You can do a finger palm switch or whatever. I don't care. But the thing is just switching from one hand to another. Ooh, look, thumb palm. Ooh, doesn't matter. The point is that we've done the move. We're not even focusing on it. The focus isn't around the coin. The focus is on them and manifesting energy. You want to keep the pressure on them and then manifesting energy into all the moment so that they accept the coin. Doing it. So the coin, in actuality, assuming it's a quarter, will be slightly bent. You just get pliers. You put rags in between them so it doesn't make marks on it, and just barely slightly bend it. Even the slightest bend, and it's just noticeable, just a slight bend. You could practice with a couple quarters if you want. Gain some pliers, or you get a rubber mallet and what was it? One of those clamps, like a strong clamp, or just a rubber mallet. You hit it and bend it just slightly. Anyways, so you got this idea, and so you have it inside their hand, and they can't really feel it. You have to check for different areas. You can check this with another magician or another spectator. You can just put inside the hand. Do you feel anything different about this coin? Okay, what about here? And you could feel it a couple times before, actually doing real world performance. You can stick it with a friend and just show them a bent quarter and say, or without showing it to them, you can just put it underneath their hand and just test it so you know where it's at. I believe, I could be wrong, if the feelers, I think it would be weird to put it in the classic palm part of the hand, so I would put in the finger, this finger area. It makes it a little more difficult to feel around the hand. this area generally be better. Puts out a hand, close it up. Minor details. So now we've done it, we're just chilling out. That's inside their hand. And then we say focus all your energy, manifest into this one area. Be true, as close as you can to true this presentation. Remove people can sense your energy if it's out of whack. Like if you're intense during the presentation because you're nervous, I get it. You guys to relax it, to be one with it. You're not, they're not going to be able to relax. They relax to you relax. If you don't care, you think it's going to fail or whatever, you don't care. Like I'm just whatever fails, wins, whatever, then you're more likely to have it succeed. You just got to be relaxed. Okay, stop there. Mention to them whole presentation, and then they will naturally close their eyes if you say your presentation correctly. If they don't, alter it. And if they don't, you can just go for the regular effect and do some focus on energy, you can do it, whatever, and then they got the result. If they didn't close their eyes. And you still got a coin bending effect, which is cool. If they do, just go for a quick peck. They go, wait, what the heck are you? And then you say, open your hand, you open it, and it changes. Cool. Okay, that's how it works. So I can vouch, my friend Trenton Kane said he tried because he was, long story, but he tried it and it worked, so that was great. So confirmed this works. So the presentation is really the whole part of it. Switch is secondary, and just have inside the hand, minor detail of having it so they can't feel it beforehand, so they can't say it's anything different than it is. That it is just they're ordered, and then just. And maybe you would want. I'm thinking about now in hindsight. Maybe you could have a bunch of quarters and they just take one out, and then you don't show the backside, because if they see the backside and it's different from it, then they just know you did a switch. But like you can have your quarter and have a matching one, and you bend it, then great. So different ideas. You have to be aware of that detail, whether they'll take notice of the backside, so they check, oh wait, is it really bent? And they check it out, wait, that's not the same quarter. Oh, you tricked me. Whatever. So you don't want that. So with all that said, that's the main point of it. You basically get an opportunity to kiss a girl, and the context again being it's someone you kind of know, I guess. You want someone you kind of know, and it's more of a sit-down situation. You do it with them. This whole presentation and trick. It's not like you do it to a random girl and expect it to work. It doesn't. I wouldn't want to do it that way. Maybe it works, but I wouldn't do it. And just for my own safety, you do this at your own risk. I am not liable for anything that happens or transpires within. Final note, I just want to say a huge thank you for everyone just for simply spending some time with me. My goal is to provide quality content. And as I love to say, stay tuned and stay magical. Thank you.